Life picked up its usual pace with the usual ups and downs when I came back. I almost forgot about the Camino until I watched a wonderful movie called The Way, starring Martin Sheen and Emilio Estevez. That is how really the idea re-emerged in my head. The time seemed to be right for me to go back on my journey and continue the El Camino. I really didn't have a set time or date when I will start my journey, but I knew I had to prepare for it. And in an attempt to prepare for this journey, I started reading about it, watching videos on YouTube and movies, and everything I could about other experiences. I also decided to chronicle my experiences here, and in hope that this could be of some kind of service to others. I was also certain that most, if not all, of my plans will be changing once I started the journey. But I wanted to adhere to the basic rules of the pilgrimage, specifically to the religious side. El Camino is a major pilgrimage for the Christians. It's the path that starts from your doorstep and ends at the cathedral Santiago de Compostela. Historically, it is believed that the remains of St. James were carried from Jerusalem to Galicia. He is believed to be buried here in the Compostela. This path existed for a long time, even before Christ was around. It ended at Finisterre Cape, which was believed to be the end of the world. This is where, at the end of their pilgrimage, the pilgrims would burn their clothes and belongings and experience a spiritual rebirth. And at the end of it is a spiritual path for one's spiritual growth. Although for mostly Christians, but although in recent years it's been pretty popular with non-believers as well. Most people start the pilgrimage without having a clear idea about why they are walking. For most, a clear and concise reason only emerges after they start walking. For me, it just seems to be the right time, something organic push to be on the El Camino. There are at least a dozen ways one can reach Santiago. To receive the Compostela, which is the little certificate you get, one needs to walk the last 100 kilometers to Santiago. Amongst these, the various ways, French way is the most popular and well structured. This is where the nicer albergues are, and the routes are, again, a lot more structured. Also, the trip goes through Basque country, the picturesque Galicia. It takes over a month to complete this hike from France to Galicia. Camino Portuguese, on the other hand, starts at Lisbon, travels through Fatima, Porto, Tui, and then to reach Santiago. Another popular choice is to join the Camino from Porto. The Porto to Santiago is only 240 kilometers. It takes about 2 weeks to traverse. Compared to the French way, this path is less traveled. And due to my time constraint, I opted for the path from Porto to Santiago. I chose to cross into Spain in Tui and continue my journey to Santiago and attend the Mass in Santiago. Why does one travel? Is it just to move a body from one place on earth to another? Or does it not also change the coordinates of one's soul